Alright guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Mr. Raby and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to build teams in Dokkan, what to consider, what to really look for, stuff like that. Now obviously this video is for those who don't really know much about Dokkan, don't really understand how it works, maybe you're new to the game. So if you're like a veteran and you're watching this, or you know how things work and you see someone who has a question, go ahead and maybe answer it for them. Don't be mean. I know a lot of people are toxic for no reason, but if you're here because you don't know how to build a team, don't worry. I'm going to explain this to you the best that I can. All right. And if you have any other questions, feel free to comment them in the comment section below, or shoot me a DM on Instagram, mrbaby.yt, and I will help you with anything that maybe I couldn't explain well enough in this video. Okay. So Dokkan, right? Even though Dokkan has individual units, it takes a whole team to bring out the best of that unit, right? Right now, the best unit in Dokkan is LR Tech Vegito. He's only on JP, but it's LR Tech Vegito. Now, if you pull LR Tech Vegito, that does not mean that you can beat every single event in the game, right? Because it takes a team with LR Tech Vegito to go ahead and utilize him to the best of his ability, right? That's why teams are so important in Dokkan. So right now, what I'm gonna try and explain to you guys is the pure fundamentals. So I'm gonna scroll down to my SSRs, right? And let's say you pull this AGL Bojack, okay? The first thing I want to say is that when you go to build a team, you go to team and then you go to team. I should have said that in the beginning, right? Now the unit in your top left, right here, okay, that is your leader. So you see how I just put AGL Bojack? If I go down and take him out and put this this intelligence Android 16. He is now my leader, okay? So let's go down here, right? Let's say you just started Dokkan, right? And you pull an SSR. Now, you have AGL Bojack as your leader. This is how you build a team. So you go to AGL Bojack. What you usually do is just hold on the unit, right? Just press on the unit for a little bit, and the card will pop up. Now you have to go and read their leader skill, okay? Their leader skill is AGL type attack plus 50%, okay? So the best way to build a team now is to go to change all again. Go to favorite. This favorite button right here is going to be your best friend, okay? Simply because you can categorize your units, you can filter your units, you can do whatever you want. So like I said, AGL Bojack's leader skill is AGL type characters attack plus 50%, right? Let me go back. I don't know why I just clicked them out. So AGL type attack plus 50%. So what you want to do is come down here and filter by AGL. That's all you gotta do. He is not super class or extreme class specific, he's AGL. So if I click AGL, all my AGL units pop up. And now I can go ahead and build a team. So let's say since he's a villain, let's sort it with villains, right? So let's put Turles, Great Ape Vegeta, Rose, Zamasu, and who else? Who should we put? Cell Jr., okay? So I just built a team right there, okay? So this is basically how you build a team. Like I said, AGL type, attack plus 50%. Now, that leader skill, maybe in the beginning of the game, may suit you pretty well, but that's not going to allow you to beat events, which is okay. You know, you have to start off from somewhere. Now, the best leader skills in the game are the ones that give you key, as well as a boost to all of your stats, like HP, attack, and defense. Let me give you guys a good example of that type of unit. So if I go down here, let me go to this Goku right here, right? Let's click on this Goku. Let me click confirm. Okay, this Goku right here, he's my leader, right? As you guys can see, he gives Ki 3 and HP, attack, and defense. Those are the three stats we were talking about. 77%. Now he buffs movie heroes category. So it says movie heroes category, Ki 3 and HP, attack, and defense plus 77%. And he also leads the AGL type, Ki 2, HP, attack, and defense plus 30%. These are the leaders that you're looking for. The higher the stat boost, obviously the better. But you want a unit who gives you key, or gives the team key, as well as a boost to HP, attack, and defense. If it's just HP and attack, your team will be weak defensively. If it's just HP and defense, your team will be weak offensively wise. I don't think there's even leaders like that, but just so you guys can understand. Now, like I said, he leads movie heroes, right? So what we want to do is go to change all. We want to go to favorite. Again, this button right here is your best friend. Now, as you guys saw, it was movie heroes category, right? So what we're going to do is click select category and go down to movie heroes, which is right here. Now, any unit I select, right, it just sorted all my units into the movie heroes category. So any unit I select here will be under this guy's category. So I can go ahead and select this God Vegeta, Piccolo, this movie hero support Gohan, this Krillin, this Goku, and boom. Now I have a movie heroes team. Okay, so this is when you've already gotten your foot wet in Dokkan. You kind of know a little bit. You have some units here and there. This is the team that you should be worried about. You shouldn't just be worried about building a random team by leader skill. You should be kind of worrying about, how can I get my team some ki? How can I boost my team with attack, HP, and defense? Okay. So now that you've done that, right? Let's say you started playing Dokkan a little bit more. You've been playing for a few months now, and you can't beat like simple Dokkan events, right? But you have good units. Okay. The next thing I would say to take in consideration. Let me get out this category. The next thing I would say to take into consideration is links. Okay. Now links are something that every character has that basically defines each character. So let me give you guys a really good idea of what I'm talking about. So this Goku right here, right? He is from GT. Every GT unit in Dokkan will have the GT link, which gives 2 ki. Okay. Let me give you guys another example. Let's see. Let's go to this guy right here. Right? Super Saiyan Gohan. Okay. Every unit who's a Super Saiyan will have the Super Saiyan link right here, which gives 10% attack, right? Every unit who does the Kamehameha and their super attack, or maybe even their card art, has the Kamehameha link, okay? Now, some links do get weird for some units, but those are basically the fundamentals, right? So you want to take, that into consideration when you're building a team. So let me go ahead and build a team like that around that concept, right? So I'll use this Goku as my leader, right? Now, if I hover over this Goku, he leads the Super Saiyan category or Planet Namek category, Ki 3, HP 130%, and attack and defense plus 170%. Okay? Now, at 170% to attack and defense is very, very, very good. Right now, to give you guys, a reference to how good that is, or not a reference, but like an example, the highest leader right now is 177%. So when the character leads by 170%, that's very good, okay? So let's say I use this Goku right here. Let's look at his links. He has Z Fighters, which is 15%. He has All in the Family, which is defense plus 15%. He has Saiyan Warrior Race, which is attack plus 700. It's a weak link, but it is what it is. The Saiyan Lineage, which gives 1 ki. Shocking Speed, which gives 2 ki. Prepared for Battle, which gives 2 ki. And Fierce Battle, which gives 15%. So again, and this part can get like really annoying, especially in the beginning when you don't know what units do. But as you continue, to build teams and play the game, you'll get a sense of what units have what links, right? So now that I sorted by, now that I have a Super Saiyans category lead, I'm going to go to favorite, right? And I'm going to select category and go to Super Saiyans. Where is Super Saiyans? I feel like it's down here. Is it? No, it's not. Super Saiyan category, bam, right there. So now I filtered by every single Super Saiyans category. So let's see who I want to pick. Let's say I pick this LR Gogeta, right? I will see that he has prepared for battle. Boom, right there. He has prepared for battle. He has experienced fighters, which is attack plus 10%. He has fierce battle, which is attack plus 15%. He has legendary power, which is a bad link, but every LR does have that, okay? So let's say I want to pair him up with this LR Vegito right here, okay? So this LR Vegito, if I hover over him, as I see, he has prepared for battle as well, and he also has experienced fighters, and he has fierce battle, and he has Super Saiyan. He has a lot of the same links that LR Gogeta has, right? So let's say I want to pick this AGL Gogeta, right? AGL Gogeta, he has prepared for battle. He has Super Saiyan, right? He has Golden Warrior. He has fierce battle as well. Now he has some fusion links like Fuse Fighter. Every fusion character will have that as well. But he has prepared for battle and links just like that, right? Now let's say I go down here. Who do I want to select next, right? Let's say I select this Vegito, right? So basically I'm having a lot of fusion units, right? But this Vegito has Golden Warrior, has Super Saiyan right here. Bam. He has Prepared for Battle, which is 2 key, right? He has Fuse Fighter, just like Gogeta has, and he has Fierce Battle, all right? So let's say I get out of here, and let's say I want to pick, this guy right here, okay? So this guy has Prepared for Battle, and he's a free-to-play unit, by the way. He has Super Saiyan. He has Golden Warrior. So you guys see he has all in the family. So this guy is a very good fit. He's also a good fit for another reason, but we'll get to that in a little bit. So now, again, like I said, you've been playing Dokkan for a while now. You understand how leader skills work, and now you're building a team based off of links, which is basically the next step. So let's take this team into an event, and let me show you how good this team actually is. Alright guys, here we are taking on the Bardock event with the team that we just built. Now, as you can already tell, we're not having any issues supering, right? I'll show you right now. So, this Goku, we'll get an 18 key super, boom, just like that. I'll collect any orbs you want, and then I'll collect all these orbs. Look, everyone is getting a super attack. This is because we took the time to go ahead and make sure that everyone was under the leader skill of the leader, right? And then everyone had, similar links to give everyone attack and key, right? And again, that's the goal at the end of the day, right? When you first start playing Dokkan, like I said, just worry about leader skills. And then when you continue progressing, make sure that the leader skills are actually very good. And in the beginning, don't worry if the leader skill doesn't give you key and all that type of stuff. Just get a leader skill that will give you the biggest group of units, right? Because you're just starting out. You can't be too picky. But as you continue on, make sure you become like just a little bit pickier. Just make sure you start picking the units that you really want. And then after that, look, no one's having an issue supering. Look at this. This is beautiful. A beautiful team right here. And then, like I said, once you continue progressing, you start being a little more picky with leader skills, making sure that everyone's getting key, and every single stat, HP, attack, and defense is being buffed. And then as you continue progressing, then you start worrying about links. And now I'm going to teach you actually a new way to get better or to have a stronger team. And that is through rotations, okay? Rotations are actually very important. Do not underestimate rotations. Rotations, I'll explain to you right after this guy finishes supering or he dies. Yeah, he's gonna die right now. But rotations is something that takes your team to the next level, simply because you can focus your rotations on the stronger units, so that every time they come around, they'll be doing as much damage as possible. It makes team building like a little bit more complicated, but it makes your team better. And let me do my best to explain it right now. Okay, so rotations, right? Every rotation, as you guys can see right here, consists of 3 units. Okay. Now, the first 2 units are considered, or what I would consider, main rotation. That means that every other rotation, these 2 units in the first slot will come back. Okay? Now, the unit in the 3rd slot, like the Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, you'll be floating him, right? You'll be throwing him off rotation. Now, to know what rotation is next and all that type of stuff, what you want to do is go to this wheel on the bottom right, all right? Click on the wheel. It numbers your units 1 through 7, okay? Numbers 1, 2, and 3 are the units you have right now listed in order. So Gogeta is first, and Gogeta is number 1. Vegeto's second, Vegito is number 2, and then Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku is number 3, so he has him at 3. So if I put Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, and number 1, he'll come back to number 1, okay? So let me just throw that there. Now, units 4, 5, and 6 is your next rotation, okay? Units 4, 5, and 6 are your next rotation. Now, Unit 7. Unit 7 will be replaced, well, not be replaced, but will be replacing the unit that you're floating off, or Unit 3. That's how it works, okay? So, watch very carefully, okay? I'm going to continue this event. I'm going to keep Gogeta and Vegito on main rotation, and I'm going to be floating off the Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, and the Unit 7 will be replacing Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, which is this Goku and Gohan. So let's start collecting orbs. Doesn't really matter. I'll give you all of these, and then we'll give you all of these. So like I said, this team is not having any issue in super attacking. Not only that, but all the units are getting ultra super attacks. Well, not all the units, they're not all LRs, but all the LRs are getting ultra super attacks. This team is just very, very, very strong, right? And again, it's because we took the time to make sure that the units link up and that they all fall under the same leader skill. Now, as you guys watch right now, let's see. So this is the rotation we have right now. Now this rotation right here will be labeled 1, 2, and 3 again. So Gogeta will be number 1, me, as you guys can see, Goku number 2, and Vegito number 3. And as you guys can see, my next rotation 4, 5, and 6, Goku and Gohan are on it, as well as the 2 LRs that you just saw last rotation. Now, in the 7th slot, we have Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, who was rotated off, and guess who he will be replacing? This Vegito right here. As soon as I rotate him off, that's the way this works. Okay. Now you have to play a lot, well, not a lot, but you have to get a feel for the game. So you have to continue playing the game to really sense how this works. So you can kind of do it just, you know, while you're doing something else. In the beginning, there is strategy to this game. It's not like people just see it as bubble popping game, and no, there's actually things to consider when playing this game. So like I said, so let's say I actually float off Goku. So Goku will be my 3rd slot, right? And Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku will be replacing him. That's how rotations work. So I proved to you that this team has no issue supering, right? Because we took time to build it with key links and all that type of stuff. And I also taught you guys how rotations work, which make your team even better. Now, the next step into building a really solid team is to have support type units. Yes, support type units strengthen your main rotation units, which makes them hit harder, defend better, and all of that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out this event, right, and I'm going to show you a really good team with really nice support. I came in here just to show you that this team has no issue supering whatsoever, which is what you want because of the links and the leader skill, and to also show you how rotations work. So I'm going to exit this event and show you what I mean by a team with solid, main rotation units as well as support type units. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Now let me break down the team that I have right here. So Cooler leads Terrifying Conquerors as well as Transformation Boost, right? So what I had to do is I had to go to Change All and categorize my categories by both of those categories, and here are all the units that are on there, right? So when you're building a team, right, let's say you're not in the end game of your account, but let's say you have a bunch of units now. You have a lot of category leads. You're beating most Dokkan events. You're beating a lot of hard events. You know what you're doing, right? If you want another way, right, to make your team stronger, another thing you want to consider is having support type units, right? Support type units are very, very, very useful. It's not always the smartest just to have your team full of LRs, because having a team full of LRs doesn't mean you're going to defeat every single event. Sure, LRs are strong, but they need their respective teams, and that's why I said that's why I said since the beginning, teams are very important, right? So building this team, I thought out my rotations, right? So I'll have this Cooler, right, on rotation with this Frieza. They share some links, right? Then I'll have this Zamasu, right, paired up with this Goku Black. They share some good links too, right? My last 2 units are very good supports for this team. This Intelligence Metal Cooler, right? If you look at his passive skill really quick, he gives all allies attack plus 30% and extreme class allies key 3 and defense plus 40%. So basically, he gives all allies, unless you're going to run him with extreme class allies anyways, right? So basically, he gives all allies extreme class, or he gives all allies key 3 and attack plus 30% and defense plus 40%. A defensive boost of 40% is very, very, very good, okay? Now, I also have this Golden Frieza, who, if you look at his passive, it says movie bosses category allies key 2 and attack and defense plus 30%. Now, this is a category specific passive, right? Or category specific boost, but Cooler is on movie bosses, okay? Now, these other units right here, like Zamasu and Goku Black, they're not on movie bosses, okay? But if you go ahead and look at this Frieza is in fact on movie bosses, so it'll help out this Frieza as well. So that's kind of what I was tailoring this to. But this is the next way you would go ahead and make your team stronger. So to quickly sum up, right, the first thing you want to do when you get SSR, the first thing you want to do when you get Dokkan, if you don't know how to play, right, is to take leader skills into consideration. Forget everything else. Just take leader skills into consideration, because leader skills will help you in the beginning of your journey, right? Next, let's say you start training up units, you have better units in your box, you're starting to get really close to beat Dokkan events. The next thing I would say is to start considering links. Links will make your team that much better, okay? Now, once you have your links and you have your teams, and now your teams are looking like really good, maybe start playing around with rotations and seeing which rotations will help you beat an event, because rotations are very important. If you keep rotating off a very good unit who can be doing a lot of damage, you're doing yourself a disservice, right? So make sure you understand how rotations work and which units are good together, right? Link wise, right? That's why links are important. And then next, when you want to have a really solid team, start considering putting support type units on your team. Support type units take your team to the next level and make those units who do a lot of damage even more damage, okay? So hopefully I've covered pretty much everything in this video. If I didn't and you still have a question, let me know in the comment section below, or hit me up through DMs, Instagram, mrbaby.yt, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Hit that like button, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.